10 of everybody?
Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm 8. Got it.
And my other person is the one recording for the video. Now, when we think of golf, a lot of people, a lot of beginners, and a lot of intermediate players don't really understand what actually goes into a golf swing. A golf swing takes tempo, consistency, takes a little bit of power as well. Now, over this course of instruction, I'm going to go into the 3 main components of a golf swing. Number 1 is how we grip the club. Number 2, where the club head makes contact with the ball and how it affects the trajectory of the ball. And lastly, how we incorporate our body to deliver energy to make the ball go 300 yards like Tiger Woods. Now, the biggest downfall of most beginner and amateur golfers is that they don't have the consistency, they swing too hard, and their overall tempo and movement of the body is incorrect. So now we're going to start with grip. There are 2 main types of grips. One is the overlapping, which is also the most common. For a right-handed golfer, you're going to put your left hand on the top of the club. You're going to bring your right hand down, cradling the bottom. Now, it's called the overlap because your pinky is going to overlap your left index finger. This is the most common. The next is called the cross grip. It's the same exact thing, except you take your pinky and cross with the index finger. Now, there is no benefit to either one. It's all based on comfort. So once you've figured out which grip is more comfortable, we're going to decide if you have a weak or a strong grip. A weak grip all derives from your top hand. Now I'm talking about a right-handed golfer. So as we grab the club, you look at the club head. A weak grip would be almost dead neutral with your thumb pointing down the club, or shifted to the left. Now what a weak grip will do is when you come through the ball, more often than not, the club head is going to be left open at contact. Now, according to Joe Sullivan, most commonly, professional golfers will go with a closed grip. Now, a closed grip is when you grab the club with your top hand. It's going to be turned to the right. This allows you to put a little bit more power behind the swing and keep the club face even, if not closed through. Now we've described the grip. The next important key comes with the position of the ball and the head of the club when it makes contact. Now there are a few different things. The first one is the club head being open. Now as you can see, this is neutral to the ball. The club head being open at contact is going to send the ball to the right for a right-handed golfer, vice versa for a left. Having the club head closed is going to send the ball left. Now also, if you take the club and you tilt it forward, you've also now taken a degree off the actual club, and it's going to change the trajectory of the ball flight. You can also increase the trajectory of the ball flight by having the club more forward. Now, from Golf Tip Magazine, Jenna Peterson, most commonly, amateur and intermediate golfers will underswing. And an underswing will be by making clean ball contact as such, going through. A lot of amateur golfers will swing like this, which is kind of a swoop shot, which is very inconsistent. This is the most key element of the swing. This is where all the energy is released from the body, the grip, the body, and ultimately the object is to drive the ball downrange. So now we're going to talk about the body. The body's a big piece. We've talked about grip, we've talked about contact. Now we're going to incorporate the body into the swing. Now there are 3 key elements. You have the backswing, the downswing, and the follow-through. Now the backswing is the most important. The backswing is where you're going to build power for your actual golf shot. So you're going to start by lining up, ball center of your stance, slight bend in the knees, club flat, club head flat on the ground, not open, closed, taking trajectory off, or open, neutral. Now what you're going to do is you're going to slowly bring it back, keeping a nice tempo. A lot of amateurs will whip back as such. For this, I'm going to do it slow, but a lot of professional golfers, and people who are generally better all around, have a nice smooth tempo, which is going to look like this. Now notice, when I bring it back, it's nice and slow. My torso turns. There is no shift in the body. All your energy should be right in the torso, your back, and your shoulders. You're going to twist 90 degrees. And at this point, you're building power all the way throughout your core. The majority of your weight is on your back leg, ready to expel the energy going forward. That's the backswing. The downswing is where you're releasing all the energy you just built. It goes as such. You're going to transfer your weight forward, closing the club face at contact, and that's your downswing. The last is the follow-through. Once you've completed the downswing, the ball will be well in the air, and the energy needs a place to go. The follow-through is like this, all the way around, and you're going to twist the opposite with your torso. Now the complete swing looks a little something like this. We have our grip. You've addressed the ball at a neutral stance with the club face to make clean contact, not open, closed, down to change the trajectory, lower. Goes something like this. Notice the smooth tempo in the swing. Now, after this, you have to understand these basics don't come right away. After practicing, eventually you're going to become more consistent. One thing I'd like to note, especially on the body, the most important thing, especially from Frank O'Connor from Golf Tip Magazine, stated, the biggest part to gain distance with any club is the transfer of weight. You should have almost 80% of weight on your back foot, bringing it forward to having almost 90% at the end of your swing on the front. That transfer of weight is the power from your downswing, releasing forward. If you don't do that, it's going to affect everything. Ball contact, where the club hits loose, like we learned. When you practice these, it's not going to come right away. Golf is all about consistency. Hope to see you out there.